Bonjour my friends, I'm Frankie and welcome to Club Foodie. If you are into canning, you know that it's a great way to enjoy your favorite produce all year round. You can make jams, jellies, chutneys, salsa, pickles, marmalade, sauces, or other condiments. Now, if you grow cucumbers or buy them at a good price, I'm sure you know exactly what to do with them. In today's episode, I'll show you how to make my dill pickles. This is probably the easiest canning recipe to make. The combination of garlic and dill, along with the seasoned brine, gives these pickles such a nice flavor. Definitely a great preserve recipe to enjoy anytime. So my friends, let's get cooking.
Alright, so here are the cucumbers I'll be using for this recipe. Now, there's no need to remove the stem ends, so we'll leave them like this. But one thing we'll do is to soak them in a produce wash filled with cold water. If you don't have any, use some white vinegar. So in 4 cups of water, you'll need 1 cup of it. Either way, we'll let them soak for 10 minutes to wash out any bacteria. When time is up, we'll rinse them thoroughly under cold water before placing them in a large bowl. Then we'll fill it up with very cold water and add pickling salt, which works out to 1 tablespoon for every 2 pounds of cucumbers. We'll cover and transfer to the fridge for 4 hours. Meanwhile, we'll make the brine. In a large pot over high heat, we'll add 5 cups of cold water, followed by 4 cups of white vinegar. We'll also add granulated sugar, a 1/4 cup of pickling salt, some pickling spice, and mustard seeds. We'll give a good stir and bring the mixture to a boil. We'll process for 10 minutes, making sure the salt is all dissolved. Then we'll take the pot off the heat and let it cool while the cucumbers are chilling out in the fridge. So, a few hours later, we'll prep the garlic by chopping the cloves roughly, just like this. See? Next, we'll prep our jars. I won't go into details about processing the jars, but I highly suggest you click on the top right corner of your screen for more info about canning. So what we'll do is to add 2 chopped cloves of garlic per jar before filling with the cucumbers that have been drained after we remove them from the fridge. And when I say filling, I really mean it. We want to put as many as possible in each jar. Then we'll squeeze in a couple heads of fresh dill per jar. Here's an optional ingredient. It's called Pickle Crisp by Bernardin, and I find it helps to keep your pickles crispier. So we'll add a small amount per jar. I'm using a 1/4 teaspoon per 1 liter jar, and that's plenty. Just follow the instructions on the container. Alright, so next we'll fill up the prepared jars with our brine, leaving about 1/2 inch from the top. Then we'll place the lids using the magnetic one and apply the screw bands just finger tight. Now we'll move on to the stove and process the jars in a boiling water bath. When the water returns to a full boil, we'll set the timer for 5 minutes. When time is up, we'll carefully remove the jars from the water and place them on a wire rack in a draft-free area to cool off before storing them in a cool, dark place for 3 weeks before enjoying them. And my friends, these are our dill pickles. This is a great condiment recipe to have on hand because they are a nice addition to a charcuterie platter, sandwiches, or simply on their own. If you want to give canning a shot, this is definitely a good one to make. I hope you give it a try soon, and be sure to visit clubfoodie.com for ingredient amounts and more info. Until next time, my friends, bon appétit!